As Lisa stepped into the spotlight as a solo artist in 2021, the reaction from Blinks and netizens was tepid, to say the least. It appears that even 3 years down the line, not much has shifted. Comments frequently began with, "I am a Blink," only to pivot to the critique that, as the main dancer, expectations soared to great heights, yet the performance felt lackluster. They found the lyrics rather unengaging and devoid of depth. No captivating lines caught their eye, and the lyrics presented a sense of fragmentation. While these critiques were initially directed at Money and Lisa, remarkably similar feedback has surfaced toward her recent hits Rockstar and New Women. However, what's slightly suspect is that amid the polarized views, these very tracks have amassed hundreds of millions of views with Money, even soaring past 1 billion. So what's the truth? Is she a sensation or merely disappointing? Even her most dedicated fans appear split. The latest buzz surrounding Lisa and her solo journey has ignited considerable controversy, particularly following her performance at the 2024 MTV VMAs and Global Citizen Festival. But before we dive into that, let's journey back. Lisa's solo career has been creating ripples since she departing from YGN. She bravely embraced soloist in November 2023. Launching her own label Loud, she struck a deal with RCA Records, igniting her journey. Her inaugural track under the new label turned out to be the explosive Rockstar, yet the chaos surrounding Rockstar could easily rival the juiciest K-drama plots. From accusations of cultural appropriation to allegations that Lisa paid local shop owners pennies to shut their doors early for filming, it truly was a spectacle, chaotic to say the very least. As if that weren't enough, she faced allegations of plagiarism from director Gabriel Moses, who had collaborated on Travis Scott's music video for Fiend. He pointed out that one particular scene in Rockstar closely mirrored a moment in Fiend. Moses reached out to her team for assistance, but despite his refusal, the controversial scene found its way into the final cut. He grudgingly granted Lisa's team until the end of July to address the matter. But by mid-August, still no reply had surfaced. While it appears the issue concluded behind closed doors, it undeniably left an undeniable stain on her solo journey. Rumors of plagiarism resurfaced when Lisa unveiled New Woman featuring Rosalia. Initially, the release of this single uplifted her spirits, but soon it was eclipsed by the hushed whispers of uncanny similarities to beats. The sequence from Rockstar mirrored a captivating scene from the dynamic duo Moses and Lisa's crew. Sought assistance from his editor, but despite his refusal, the scene still found its way into her video. He granted Lisa's team until the close of July for a reply. Yet by mid-August, no word had surfaced. It appears the matter was resolved behind closed doors, but undeniably left a scar on her solo journey. Whispers of plagiarism bubbled anew when Lisa unveiled New Woman featuring Rosalia. The initial release of this single provided a fleeting positive surge, yet soon became clouded by murmurs of its eerily similar beats. Desperate to claim her throne as a global pop, reminiscent of Jungkook's music. 3D baby, we've got it. And then her show-stopping act at the 2024 VMAs hit the stage where she was in the running for 4 prestigious awards: Best K-pop, Best Choreography, Best Editing, and Best Art Direction. But here's where the shadows creep in. Rockstar dropped on June 28th, yet the VMA eligibility period wrapped up on June 20th. So how did this track even manage to earn nominations? Is her boyfriend the answer to that riddle? The real firestorm ignited when Lisa snagged Best K-pop, considering Rockstar's lyrics are in English and Lisa isn't even Korean, leaving fans perplexed over why it was labeled as K-pop. Moreover, the fact that she triumphed over titans like BTS's Jungkook Stray, Kids, New Jeans, and TXT didn't sit well with many. Fans stormed Reddit and Twitter, questioning her nomination for a K-pop award, declaring that the VMAs merely tossed an Asian artist into the K-pop arena without doing their proper research. Furthermore, Lisa's clear intent to craft her identity as a global pop sensation makes one wonder why label her K-pop at all. Even the anticipation surrounding her performance reached stratospheric heights, as she is sensation. Why still tether her to K-pop? Even the anticipation surrounding her performance soared to staggering heights as she confidently shared clips highlighting her talent. Celebrated as one of BLACKPINK's finest talents, yet what was meant to be a joyous night for Lisa spiraled into a whirlwind of controversy post-performance. Countless fans were left disheartened, facing intense backlash over claims of her possible lip-syncing. Some even suggested she seemed indifferent barely, moving her lips at crucial moments. From jibes about her song flopping to questions regarding her authenticity, netizens pressed, "Lisa, did you truly need to lip-sync?" Throughout, media giants didn't spare her either, with Billboard labeling her act as the night's least impressive, citing that the new woman lacked vigor and her choreography failed to captivate. They termed her stage presence as lackluster. The New York Post took it a step further, branding her a K-flop, questioning her very invitation. While her vast array of dancers couldn't salvage the show, some fans pointed that the songs weren't worthy of VMA recognition. But Blink swiftly rallied in her support, insisting Lisa performed live during sound checks, sharing evidence that captured her authenticity perfectly, showcasing her artistry while offering live performances that left fans breathless. Music. In a world where praise and critique dance a delicate waltz, the scrutiny she faces feels excessively magnified, especially while under relentless pressure to shine flawlessly at every turn. As if that weren't tumultuous enough, she captured headlines once again for her breathtaking appearance at the Global Citizen Festival, where whispers of lip-syncing resurfaced like dark clouds. Showcasing multiple tracks, including her yet-to-debut song titled Moonlit Floor, excitement should have gripped her fans, but instead a tidal wave of controversy erupted. Critics asserted that her lip-syncing was glaringly apparent during this performance. Clips have emerged, highlighting moments where her voice resonated powerfully from the speakers, while her lips remained still, sparking outrage. The online community scolded her for what they perceived as indolence, suggesting she was dismissive of her dedicated fanbase. Tweets erupted with claims like "Lisa is the lip-sync queen," while others noted her breathing sounds were pre-recorded as well. Thus far, Lisa has not addressed this storm of backlash and seems intent on prioritizing her solo journey, reveling in the high life with designer ensembles and a love story befitting a fashionista of royal stature. Delivering an array of tracks, including a highly anticipated unreleased gem named Moonlit Floor, a revelation that should have thrilled enthusiasts, yet ignited a fresh storm of controversy. Some claimed her lip-syncing was even more evident at this festival, with snippets of her performance surfacing, revealing moments that cast doubt on her authenticity. Emerged, revealing instances where the music still reverberates through the speakers as she stands silent, not singing. Fans online have exploded with accusations of her perceived apathy, claiming she's neglecting their loyalty. Tweets flew around, dubbing Lisa the undisputed lip-sync queen, with some noting her breaths seem pre-recorded to boot so far. Lisa has stayed mum on the criticism, seeming instead to chase her solo endeavors, flaunting a life of high fashion and whispers of romance, embodying an air of royalty in couture. Lisa unveiled a striking new melody titled Moonlit Floor at the illustrious Global Citizen Festival, yet it was the haunting lyrics of this unreleased gem that set tongues wagging. The line, "Green-eyed French boy got me tripping," has ignited speculation. Is she alluding to Frederick? Fans proclaim it as the bold declaration of her romance following countless public outings over the past year. Yet, the fandom appears split on Frederick. While some wholeheartedly embrace him, others vent their displeasure with comments like, "You dislike Frederick because he lacks looks, but I can't tolerate him due to his troubled roots." Nevertheless, numerous supporters rushed to Lisa's defense, declaring that as long as Lisa radiates happiness, nothing else matters. Now, the pressing dilemma remains. Why does Lisa find it challenging to penetrate the Western market? Some argue the benchmarks differ significantly. In Korea, sheer talent can propel you far, but on a global scale, audiences crave deeper versatility. There's even buzz that Lisa has softened her choreography for TikTok audiences potentially explaining why her signature stage charisma seemed subdued when yet global fans crave greater depth. There's chatter about Lisa softening her choreography to suit TikTok trends, which could shed light on why her electrifying stage presence felt dimmed, juxtaposed against her mesmerizing performances with darker tones. But can TikTok trends truly serve as a benchmark for true triumph? Only time will unravel that mystery. However, one truth about Lisa is her unyielding spirit, standing